Bowlers is about 2 minutes remaining in your warm-up time. Practice accordingly. Ladies and gentlemen, these bowlers are really bunched up together, really close, just a few pins separate. So it's going to be a very exciting 3 games here. Keep your eye on that 4th spot because that's the one that gets to advance to the step-ladder finals, as well as the ones for the third, second, and first place. Also, in that first place position, Jerry Morano. Special gift that if you're the top qualifier in the step-ladder round, you get a complimentary entry into a Midwest regional good for 1 year. And for full PBA members only. Get all the paints you can. Got about a minute left.
Right. And Alyssa Pearson was like 0 for 7. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing.
And from Foxx View Lanes in Waukesha, Wisconsin, this is the PBA Foxx View Lanes Midwest Open presented by H5G Brands and powered by QubicaAMF String Pin Setters. I'm $2 Phil bringing you this round of 8 action. Almost finished with practice, about 20-second left. There you see Ryan Burton. He's currently your leader, trying to hold on to that number 1 spot through 3 more games of qualifying. We'll be piling on those pinfall totals on the 12-game totals they already have. 8 from yesterday, 4 from this morning in the round of 16. And we'll cut to our top 4 step-ladder finalists after this round's complete.
Practice concluded. Hold up, please. Looks like we're getting ready. It's a go. I'll bring the score sheets down. And if you have the same equipment to put on there. Bowler, split that 8-9.
All right, Jay, both good, brother.
Please.
I'll see you soon.
Make your spares.
I'll see you soon. Ready?
All right, I thought we were going to get names on the scoreboards this time, but not yet. I'm sure we'll get that changed for shortly. So your bowler A here on 3 and 4 is going to be Ryan Burton, your leader. Burton at a plus 174 total. Kevin McCune up in the second. McCune, a huge block this morning. Over 950 for his qualifying 4 games in the round of 16. Gets McCune up the second at 25.46, or a plus 146 pinfall total. Thanks to everybody coming back in. I know it's a little unusual that we staggered our rounds this morning, but we got a little bit of a closer look for you here for all of our players. Nice, crisp, and clear. As McCune, your bowler B. And once again, all pairs in this round available on the PBA YouTube channel in that description under the video that you're watching. Justin Knowles is your bowler A. On lanes 5 and 6, he's in the number 3 position currently at plus 105. Actually, Moss in that same pinfall, but technically in the 4th position because he had the lower pinfall in the last block. So about a 45 pin advantage for Moss and Knowles over our 5th place bowler, Connor Pula. We'll get down to Pula and Matt Hibbard momentarily. We'll let these players get a couple of shots in. No re-oil from this morning. This is the remnants of that 45-foot test pattern that they're bowling on. They will receive a fresh application of the oil for the stepladder. That stepladder is scheduled for 2 p.m., but we may be a little bit early on that. We may be starting by 1:45. We'll let everybody know by the end of this block. And, of course, if you're watching us on the PBA YouTube channel, set your notifications, even if it's just for today. Change it back after it's done, but you'll get notified when we go live for that stepladder this afternoon. We'll be happy to bring that to you. And once again, couldn't do it without the support of QubicaAMF Edge string pin setters this weekend, and 10 on Deck Productions season-long sponsor of our PBA regional live streaming to PBA YouTube, H5G Brands. New lower pricing on all their jerseys. They have some great starter jerseys if you want the style you like Chad Moss is there, but you want to change the colors a bit. You don't want your Sunday red like Chad has on. You need to change a logo or two. They got your starter jerseys covered. They're all new lower prices. Be bold, be creative, be original at h5gbrands.com. Knowles was our qualifying leader. Dropped into that tie for 3-4 right now. Just about even on his morning block. 192, 177, 226, 201. Same for Moss, just about even on that morning block, as a little light there and trouble for Knowles. Let's get back over to McCune for a second. He and Burton both looking for the front 3. And they get it. Let's get over to 11 and 12. These are your 5th and 6th place bowlers. Pula in the number 5 spot at plus 60. Matt Hibbard. Hibbard will be your bowler B on this pair. Hibbard at plus 32. So Pula 45 out of the cut number. Hibbard 73 out. And then a little ways back even further is Jones and Bloomquist. They're both almost 100 out, so they're going to need to ride some strikes very quickly in order to try to make this top 4. McCune got his 4th. Let's get over to Burton when he steps up, as Burton's going to be looking for his 4th as well. Burton came out of the gates hot this morning, 279. Then finished 193, 230, 215 to get up into the number 1 spot. And can't get the 7 to go. As Pula now with the open frame. Checking on Moss, looking for the front 3. There you go. Hibbert a pretty solid block this morning. 192, 233, 202, 223. That's really good on this 45-foot test pattern. Once again, let's give everybody a look at what the bowlers are on the remnants of from that initial application. It is not a fun day on the lanes for any of these players. They are working for every pin they can get, and it's going to be every pin counts. As we get back to Moss looking for the front four. As we just saw that in the last round, as Alex Acosta missed advancing by a single pin. And Hibbard pops a double on the board. Let's get over to our final two advancers into this round of 8. Darren Bloomquist strikes in the 9th and first 2 in the 10th. Got Bloomquist by Acosta by a stick. Use your number 8 qualifier +3. Ethan Jones +11. So both these players 100, almost 100 or more out of that number 4 spot. So big game's not happening right now for either player, especially Bloomquist, as he's looking at his first 3 opens on the board. Mason stepladder guess. I'm probably thinking we may even be 130. Probably closer to 145. So I think we're going to end up going with a 145 start. So we're going to be 15 minutes early. You always build in a little time just in case there's a tie or something of that nature. And, of course, that could happen. I mean, we had the tie in the 3-4 spot right now between Knowles and Moss. It didn't require a roll-off because it wasn't an advancing spot. Up to McCune. Striking a stop for McCune for a frame, but he's still in very good shape as they try to advance their way into the stepladder and that $3,000 first place prize on top of the stepladder. And there you see McCune. He's comfortable getting that ball into the outside 4 boards. He knows it's going to hook back. His ball speed even isn't going to get thrown through with 0 oil on the outside boards, nothing but dust. Well, not dust because the crew here at Foxx View Lanes meticulously takes care of that oil machine. I was here Friday morning and doing the setup, getting all the cables taped down and everything, and our host Stefan Hanen was working on that machine, making sure that buffer brush was clear of oil before starting the initial application for the practice session on Friday. And oh my, Burton with the blower 10. Over to Knowles. That needs help. Yeah, you could just see that one. And that's a second open in 5 frames for Knowles. This round's going to go pretty fast. 2 in a pair, only 3 games. We should be wrapped up with this round shortly before 1 p.m. Keep us on here in the main feed. If you open up one of the other feeds, if you're a Matt Hibbert fan and want to watch them on 11 and 12 all block long, open that feed up in a second tab. Keep us on here in the main feed so we can give you score updates. Unfortunately, we're having some issues with our live scoring page this morning on the PBA website. Working to get that replicated and fixed up as soon as possible. But we'll have to give the manual scoring update here in the booth. And Moss has got something, McCune's got something, Burton has something. And the rest of our players right now struggling early here in this first game of the round of 8. Pula trying to right the ship. He's got a little better start this game as Hibbert now. Back-to-back opens on that pair. Knowles as well. The only good news for Knowles is everybody underneath him in the standings is struggling as much as he is at the moment. There he gets them all to go. Let's get the McCune. Oh. He can't believe that. That 6 wrapped around the 10 that quickly. Robin, good morning again. Well, good evening to you. I think you're 9 hours ahead there in South Africa. Might not be as much. No, I think it's 9. Then we talked about that during the LBC National Championships. And speaking of that LBC National Championships, just under 2 weeks from today, September 27th, 5:30 p.m. will be your start time for that clash. The 8 division winners from the PBA LBC National Championships held in June and July at Bolero Mount Prospect will be battling for the $25,000 clash. Top prize in that exciting single ball roll-off format from historic Strobel Arena in Allen Park, Michigan at Thunder Bowl. You got some names you know in that clash like Chris Barnes, Andrew Anderson, Stephanie Zavala. A name you're probably going to end up knowing in the future with Weston Griffin, our Open Classic division winner, and then our winners from the men's and women's, boys and girls handicap divisions all battle out in that clash. We'll have a seeding round of 4 games bowling at 1 p.m. That'll let the players know their placement on where they'll bowl each round of the clash. When that starts at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, September 27th. Moss looking to put 250 on the board early, get his shot at the stepladder. And, yep, I'm going to be a little bit of a homer in this one because Chad Moss from around here in the greater Waukesha area. He's done some bowling inside of the center in the past for tournaments and such. And, of course, he's not only a future Wisconsin Hall of Famer when he turns 50, he's got a great USBC Open Championships record as well. And wow, that one held for Knowles. And I think he was kind of surprised on that one. Shaking the fingers off a little bit on the way back. Let's check in on our players that started this round 5th through 8th after the spare attempt here by Burton. And Burton's had some shaky single pin. Spare making here today. Over to Pula. Pula pacing 185. Yikes, Matt Hibbard going way back, way quick. 4 opens in a row for Matt Hibbard. Let's check in on Jones. Jones almost 100 behind the number coming in. Jones trying to give himself a chance here at 235. And still has that chance. Meanwhile, the struggles for Bloomquist continue. And he's going to be pretty much riding the rest of this round out, barring a miracle, and not the break McCune was looking for. He can throw it to those drive 4. And apparently that time he actually even overthrew it a smidge. Trey, thanks for popping in. Nice result in Coldwater for the last regional I live streamed on the PBA YouTube channel a few weeks back. Glad to have you at that event, and good luck in your year at Wichita State. And yeah, boy, it's so easy to get 210 combos with errant shots on this 45-foot test pattern. Rip, yeah, kind of like a short pattern. I mean, he knows he's got, you know, like the old school cheetah, like his dad used to really dominate on. You know, you got the boards that you can't throw the ball through with your ball speed, and you let that friction happen. You can see it actually too much friction there. It gets the 10 to go. He thought he was going high. I guarantee you, he thought he was going high on that shot, and he ends up with something coming across after it hits the 4, it takes out the 10. So, yeah, where with cheetah, you had to play very direct up the outside part of the lane, but you can use that drive to your advantage. He's got about 10 more boards of swing than his dad would have had. Nothing against Eugene, but, you know, definitely a little bit of difference in the rev rate. Not a ton, especially because it seems like Eugene, Eugene can still hit it up when he has to. And you see that time, he didn't get out to the dry quick enough. It held in the oil a bit, and then that 2-pin light. So I wouldn't say house shot-like for McCune, but a little bit. You can't make house shot mistakes. You can't miss by 3 boards and expect it to strike on this pattern, obviously. So let me see what we can get for your player movement here. Find out where your favorite players are going if you're double tabbing us.
Next door, then skip one.
All right, so our players after game 1 are going to move 1 pair to the right. So the players you see here on 5 and 6, they'll actually skip down to 11 and 12 since that's the next pair in play. Burton and McCune will go right next door to 5 and 6. And then after game 2, they'll skip a pair land on the second. There you see the response to those outside 4 boards. So we'll get you a scoring update. We'll have that player movement for you. Once again, thanks to our sponsors this weekend helping you bring PBA regional action to you on PBA YouTube with QubicaAMF and their Edge String pin setter. Thanks for that. And also thanks again to 10 on the Deck's season-long sponsor of PBA regional action with H5G Brands. Check them out after we're done today. Get your PBA swag. They are the official merchandiser of the PBA as well at h5gbrands.com. Everybody's moving a pair to the right. The players on 13 and 14 will come down to this end of the house on 3 and 4. Knowles and Moss going up to 11 and 12. See you after player movement here from Foxx View Lanes in Waukesha, Wisconsin, and the PBA Foxx View Lanes Midwest Open, presented by H5G Brands and powered by QubicaAMF Edge String. Not the start McCune was looking for here in game 2 of this round of 8, as McCune has now changed his association on the scoreboard to -1. Your leader after 12 games, Ryan Burton, he'll be your bowler A on this pair. We'll stick with our leaders, our top 4 early on in this game, as Knowles and Moss yet to get underway on 11 and 12. Well, let's see what Bloomquist is playing. He's the only one up to bowl right now. He'll be your bowler B this time around. Almost trying to play it like a fallback shot. That one a little too tentative at release, however. As Burton scrambles him up, and once again, I think he's had more 10 pins than 7 pins this morning. Once again, no match play in this event, so even though you only see 2 players on a pair if you're joining us late, they're not going head-to-head. This is just continuing qualifying pinfall. We've just been cutting bowlers after each round of qualifications, as Chad Morris started it with a spare. And we'll get you down here to Justin Knowles. Knowles, a little rough start in game 1 of this block, but he should have enough of a cushion to still be in the top 4. He would probably be our number 4 player. Toby Contreras getting all those scores together for us, and we'll have to give the manual score update as they are frantically working on our online scoring. Hey, there we go for Knowles. Quality guess on the first shot. Not a lot of differences pair to pair here at Foxx View Lanes. There's a little bit, just like there is at a lot of centers. It's not like cold water different pair to pair like we saw a couple of weeks ago. And good thing for Hibbard there, you saw the 6 lean on the 10, because you can see how far forward that head pin was as it came across. Knowles the early double McCune off the open frame with the strike. Moss will fire first. Ooh, that one a little errant for Moss. You can see right there, he's just not happy with the release. He plays a game many of us will never experience in our own personal bowling careers, and it's fun to watch. So he left after A squad yesterday. Wasn't 100% sure that he's like, it might be close with his -15 when he left, and he's like, oh, hopefully I'm not in a roll-off, because I'm going to go see Jason Aldean down in the Chicagoland area, and he got to enjoy that concert last night. Drove back up here to the greater Milwaukee area this morning, and he's looking good all day long to this point. Here we go. Here are your standings. Ryan Burton still your leader by just 20 pins, plus 191 for Burton. McCune at plus 171. Chad Moss third Plus 119. Justin Knowles fourth. He's your step ladder cut now at plus 105, but he's got a bit of a gap back as the rest of the players struggled as much as he did. He came in with a 200 the opening game of this block. Connor Pula only 177, leaves Pula almost 70 back at plus 37. Ethan Jones plus 12 after a 201 start. Darren Bloomquist 171, drops Bloomquist back to minus 26 and minus 33 for Matt Hibbard after a 135 opening game. So if Knowles can really open things up here, and unfortunately goes to the nose because he knows right next door him Connor Pula, the man just behind him in the standings, even though it is by 68 pins. Pula three-bagger spare. Oh, now Pula finds a problem. McCune's going to fire before Knowles. McCune strikes again. Boy, that 10-pin went about halfway off the pin deck. I think Knowles thought he chopped that one. Now McCune looking to get in that number one spot with the struggles of Burton here early in game two. McCune will fire first. There you go. It's like he's compacting all 10 pins and they just fall off the back at the same time. And trouble for Knowles. Pula working off the open. And that one, yeah, he was real soft with the speed and pays full penalty. Can Knowles convert? Just off. And the open frame from Knowles. Pula giving it a shot. Goes behind. And Moss still looking for his first strike. Game number 2. There you go. For the Burton. Looking to make it a 3-bagger. And he does. Yikes. Trouble for Moss. I think Kevin McCune likes his hits. As after that open frame in the first, he now puts a handful on the board. And Moss, he only had a 14-pin advantage over Knowles, but still 80 pins over Pula. As Pula's got back-to-back opens now, so that gives Knowles a little breathing room, along with Moss. Now it's a battle of who's going to be our top seed, and they are fighting back and forth here on this pair. Watch you throw it good, Kevin just said on the way back. Yeah, doesn't let this one get away on the spare attempt, and he will temporarily be your new leader. McCune fires on the spare. Knowles looking to double. And Pula with another open. And boy, just when Connor Pula looking left, sees two players just in front of him in the standing struggling, he can't get anything going to get past them. Just a tad high for Burton. Double here for Moss would be huge. If you can do it in the 6th and 7th. Nope. And yeah, he just doesn't look comfortable. Pula gets it going, but he's got that buzzer on the board. He's looking at a max of 211. You get a little bit in that deficit, but it's still going to be pretty huge. I mean, barring full disaster out of Moss and Knowles this game, and neither player looking like full disaster yet. Moss did convert the baby split. I don't know if he's looking at maybe a ball change over there. Can't see. Nope, sticking with the same ball, was just changing the thumb insert. Scramble light hit, not going to get those half hits. That had a little wobble in the front, and you see what happened. I think it just burned a hair of energy. Some of the oil coming off the front part of the lane. So Burton pacing 2-0. McCune pacing 220, but McCune's max 257. Burton's max 225, so we could have a lead change with one game remaining prior to our stepladder. There you go, shred him. Three-bagger for Knowles? Yes, indeed. He's 66 behind McCune coming into this game. McCune's going to extend that at the pace he's going. I wouldn't say it's going to be cruising mode for McCune going into our final game, but if he punches out here and Burton can't do the same, it's going to let McCune stay a little more comfortable mentally. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am in the booth watching McCune do something I couldn't do and most all of us couldn't do on this 45-foot pattern. Oh, tough break there. And Pula, yikes. Take a look at this. Pula's going to be the 150s barring the miracle conversion. Hibbard trying to throw 246. Problem is for Hibbard, that 135 first game has got him way down in the standings. mean, even if he does get to 240, he's basically going to be even, and it's 100 over for the number 4 spot right now, and I don't see that changing too much. Yep. Hibbard thinking right now, what could have been? Burton shooting at a 247 right now. We'll give you the radio call on Burton and his foundation frame as Moss comes high. Throws the mirror, 3-6-10. Bloomquist and Jones were 6-7. They're not doing much anything this game. Jones could get to 196. Bloomquist can get in the 180s, but it would be striking out in the 9th and 10th for both those players. Still 212 possible for Burton, trying to keep within shooting distance of McCune for that number 1 spot as Moss, Plaque 10. I mean, the only good news for Moss, with a bit of struggle this game, is that everybody behind him, other than Hibbard, is struggling. And Hibbard was way far behind on top of it. So Moss should still be in the top 4, but definitely not going to be in cruising mode. And Knowles, it's not getting pretty. I'm sure these players are looking forward to seeing a fresh application of this 45-foot test pattern for the step ladder. We'll give you an update on that start time. We're going to re-oil. It's going to have to sit for a while before the bowlers practice on it. So I'm thinking we may be around a 1:45 start time by the time we're ready to rock and roll. Knowles spare. Burton, oh, interesting on the high hit, 210. So we will have a new leader with 1 game remaining in this block. In front, when you see messengers, when they miss, here at Foxx View Lanes, they usually miss to the front. There's one for Knowles to set up 2 more shots in the 10th. So 233 for McCune. Has him with a 3-pin advantage over Burton for first place going into our 3rd and final game of this block. Players are going to be moving 2 pairs, skipping a pair, landing on the 2nd for their final game. So Knowles and Moss will be moving down to 3 and 4. McCune and Burton will be on 13 and 14. And another messenger in front, and the facetious, very facetious smile out of Moss. So once again, player movement, one final game remaining in this round of 8. From Foxx View Lanes, the PBA Foxx View Lanes Midwest Open, presented by H5G Brands and powered by QubicaAMF String pin setters. And our top 4 will be on 13 and 14 for Burton and McCune, 3 and 4 for Moss and Knowles. We'll see you after player movement. Well, unofficially, the good news for Matt Hibbert with his 246 game is it moved him out of 8th and into 5th, one spot out of a stepladder position. Problem is for Hibbert, he's 72 pins behind 4th place Chad Moss currently. We just saw Moss start his game 3, final game of this round of 8 with a spare. McCune and Burton have almost an 80-pin advantage or more over Justin Knowles in third. Unofficially, I've got McCune at plus 204, Burton plus 201, Knowles plus 124, and then Moss in fourth at plus 85. Then you have to go back to Hibbert in fifth at 28-13. So Hibbert's going to need a huge game, and Moss is going to need a bunch of struggles. But Hibbert has started this game 3 with a double, and Moss gets a little trip. On that 7-pin, and Hibbert right next door to Moss, so, and teammates at other times of the year, not today. Every man for itself. Who's going to fire first, Knowles or Burton? Knowles will fire. For the opening double, gets it, Burton. Wow, and he can't get these 10s to go. He's left more 10s than 7s after a couple of spares to start. So Hibbert, as we said, 72 out. After that, next closest competition is Ethan Jones. Jones is 77 out, so we'll keep an outside eye on Jones, but it's going to take a bunch of strikes. And Jones already with an open in the second frame. Ooh, in trouble for Knowles. Sapula almost 100 back out of the number. As McCune is just, I don't care if there were chains on the top of those pins for McCune. They are just going to go down at the rate he's throwing it. My goodness. McCune did get the fourth in a row. Wow. That's a, wow. Everybody's hands went up. There you go. Moss acknowledging the lack of effort by the 5-pin to go down on that shot. There you see Jones with an unusual lead. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be the end of the chance for Jones to make a step ladder. Survey says no doubter. Wow. Sometimes it's not good to be in having a bit of a home field advantage. Too many guys giving you grief while you bowl. There we go. Got the 5 out that time, and then some. And Burton having some struggles, but Burton with a 70-plus pin advantage over third place at the moment with Knowles, and it's not like Knowles is exactly setting the world on fire, as Ball's coming off and open. Gets it covered up. Connor Poole is 89 out of the number with Moss in 7th position. Poole has got a 290 possible. He's got spare 4-bagger, so a long way to go, but we can't fully remove Pooler from the equation yet. As rare as it is for McCune to actually throw it through the dry, he actually did that a little bit there. Just the 3-pin for Knowles. And here's something a little unusual you see out of a right-hander. The old 2-6-10. Because that happens every day. Still the outside hope, but Moss keeping it clean through 4. Yep, and that hope just went farther outside. It might actually be exiting the main doors here at Foxx View Lanes. Pula first, then we'll get to McCune. Pula can't convert. McCune. Like I said, I don't care if it was chains on top of those pins for McCune. They're moving around. Strike here goes a long way. Wow, there we go. 3-4-10. See that every day when you bowl league. Yeah, Pula not happy. Yeah, that's we're not gonna have any excitement for our top 4. Unless Moss somehow finds a way to anchor himself and throw himself off the boat. Great cover there by Chad Moss. It's easy as making a 5-pin. And Pula can't convert. Yeah, this one's our top 4 is pretty much set. Just no, everybody's just too far back. Go with the Burton first as he looks like he's going to fall back. They're staying the 2 spot. I don't know if anybody can catch him because that's a almost 80-pin advantage he had over Knowles. And Knowles and Moss both not having a ton this game. And wow, oh, a huge break there for Chad. Just a matter of can Moss either find something or is Knowles going to find trouble to switch that 3-4 position that Knowles is currently in 3rd of 4. Moss did cover that 10-pin. So he's keeping the scoreboard clean. Yeah, he's got everybody else in his rearview mirror, especially after the back-to-back opens by Pula. Dear Kevin, you still got to give some fingers to it. Yeah, that release was real flat. Knowles, I guarantee you Knowles can't wait for the fresh to hit for the stepladder. Especially if he's splitting the left side with Burton in that stepladder. 2 righty, 2 lefty the way it's looking currently. Yikes. Ooh, just enough. I thought that was going to leave that 8-pin. McCune making some adjustments to tape. Noel's trying to find something to give him some confidence. Getting into the step ladder. There we go. Ball change. McCune's still fiddling with the tape. Don't blame him, especially after the way he came out of that first ball. In the last frame. Water's wet. And Ryan McCune strikes inside of Foxx View Lanes. He's looking to make his second consecutive stepladder here at Foxx View Lanes. Made it last year, ended up finishing in 4th. Josh Blanchard took him out in the opening match. This year, McCune's looking to be on top of the stepladder, wait for that opponent. Yeah, Moss keeping it clean. He keeps it clean. He's, yeah. 2-teen the max for Pula. With that 80-plus pin advantage. Yeah, Moss just needed a game of the 130s, and he's already there with 3 frames remaining. Nobody doing catch-up, so it looks like Burton's going to be your 2 seed. And with 39 pins difference between Moss and Knowles, Moss needs to keep striking, and that's not going to happen. And neither player going to have enough to catch up to Burton. All right, so we are going to go with a 1:45 p.m. start time. We do have to do a fresh application of this pattern. As McCune found trouble in the 10th frame, but he's going to be your number 1 seed. There you see the remnants of a 4, 6, 7. But McCune's your 1, Burton's your 2. And it looks like, we know it's Knowles and Moss in that opening match, and it looks like Knowles is going to hold on to that 3 seed. So we're going to go with a 1:45 start time for our stepladder finals. We're going to start few minutes early. We do have to re-oil this pattern. The 45-foot test pattern that's out here. And then we will be underway with that step ladder. Your opening match will be Knowles and Moss. Winner will advance to bolt Ryan Burton, and waiting in the wings in the top seed is going to be Kevin McCune. McCune finished 4th here last year, looking to take home the title and the $3,000 that go with it. Here from Foxx View Lanes in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And once again, 1:45 your start time. I want to thank our Power by sponsor, QubicaAMF Edge String Pin Setters. We also want to thank our season-long sponsor and our presenting sponsor this weekend, the official merchandiser of the PBA with H5G Brands. And this will be the first official string pin title here at Foxx View Lanes. Well, it actually is official because EJ Tackett did win here last year, and he was retroactively awarded a regional title after the official approval of the QubicaAMF string pins for PBA competition. Will it be Kevin McCune? Will it be Ryan Burton? Will it be the winner of our opening match between Justin Knowles and Chad Moss? You'll have to tune in to find out in a little over an hour. Our stepladder will be beginning at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Pardon me, 1:45 Central Time. 2:45 Eastern here from Foxx View Lanes in Waukesha, Wisconsin. I'm $2 Phil Brillo. Hey, parents, take the kids bowling so you know they're going to have fun for life, and we'll see you back here for that stepladder shortly.
Junior goals.